There's the Coke machine.
Yes, that's Amelia's stuff back
Watch it there,
here.
girl.
Amelia, this is all your stuff?
It is.
Yeah, afraid so. My dad thinks that he had collected through the years. We really don't have any use for them, and I want his things to go to somebody that can enjoy them and restore them.
It's a model 39. It's got the wheel in it. You can see when you open the door, it's got this round wheel where all the bottles went in. It's aluminum, and a lot of times that's missing. So that's nice that it's there. This is a desirable machine because it's upright. It's not a cooler, and it's original paint. And the fountain just kicks it up a few notches, having that on it. Yep. This is a Vendo Model 39, late 40s, original paint. It's got its nicks and its scuffs and its dings, but it's complete. When I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it from a perspective of someone buying it and displaying it. I mean, I'd be interested in it the way it sits right now for $1,000. I think the retail on it number, the way it sits right now, 15, 16.
Yeah.
If it ran, then it goes up.
The compressor's not gonna last long if it does rain.
I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
1,200?
I'm gonna do it.
All right,
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I bought something from you.
Praise God.
The fact that this one's been kept inside for a number of years pushes it to the next level. Model A door handles.
Amelia.
Yes. Springfield.
Yeah. Paint's nice. 1963. Kelly tires go back to the turn of the century. One of their most popular signs featured a Kelly girl. In the 1920s, women's independence was getting a huge push, and Kelly's advertisement was forward-thinking and controversial in a positive way. These signs, unfortunately, don't feature the Kelly girl, but they're still valuable and highly collectible. 1, 2, 500 apiece.
Okay.
You do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're moving now.
Cool. This is not a porcelain sign, this is a painted sign, but they're new old stock. They've never been distributed before. They've never been hung on a wall. They're in great condition.
How far apart were we on the gas pump? You know, I told you what I thought the retail number on it was, like 18 to 2,000.
Yeah.
You know, but the cylinder does have a crack, and there's some. Here's the deal: all visible gas pumps are hard to find. I mean, I'd like to have it. What would be your bottom number on that? Like, how far apart were we?
I'd like to get 1,250 for it.
We're getting closer.
Yeah.
Getting closer.
How about?
No.
Yeah. How about 1,200?
And 50.
All right, 1,250.
Good job.
You got to take her to swap meet with you.
I'm gonna start letting her negotiate for me. This is great. I didn't know she had all this in her. Yeah. The negotiating side of her.
I've got some of my daddy in it.
There you go.
When I was with my dad going around, I knew how he negotiated, and he never went for the top price. He would always negotiate down. Today, I negotiated up instead of down.
Now, I wanted to ask you about that bullnose. Typically, most of the bullnoses on signs, they were always missing. This bullnose is a neon piece that was attached to an existing sign. This would have been an ornamentation to the end of the sign, basically. It just, you know, sat like that.
Yeah.
If you have a flat sign or a vertical sign hanging off a building, that's a square sign, this would give the rounded edge on the end of it. Just a decorator piece. This has got great color on it.
Yeah, I like the colors too, yeah.
It's just an unusual color. I mean, the fact that it's not red or blue, you know, you'd have to find that sign that this went to.
Yeah.
$375.
What about 4? You know, it's porcelain, it's kind of rare.
Yeah, when you find it, you buy it.
Okay, all right. All right, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Very cool.
All right, one. Look at that.
I don't want to sell that.
Hanger. And you got the porcelain
Yeah.
shades
That was
on
probably
each
for a Coke
side.
sign.
Yeah, it's for a Coke sign.
Okay, you want to sell this?
No.
I don't blame you. If you have a sweaty looking sign, then you need something to hang it on that matches that. The ornamentation on the front of this, the lights where they would have gone. I was just imagining this in my shop already, and he's like, no way, man. I love that he said no way because he knows exactly what it is. He knows that this can turn up the volume on any original sign, and it's not for sale. It's a cool piece. You want to sell this big bastard?
Depends, you know. In the corner, can you see the year?
35.
1935.
Yeah.
Those colors they use in the 30s, yeah.
Yeah. The Coca Cola sign, everybody typically shies away from the size of it, but these in the last 5 years have demanded some serious dollars.
What's the I would sell it price?
Your comfortable price.
I don't
This
know.
one's got more hits on it.
It does got some bambo jambos.
It's been touched
It's been
up.
touched up. Somebody's touched it up over the years.
They try to
Yeah.
save it from rusting. I always take that stuff off. I
Yeah.
always strip it down.
I don't know. Something like that. Probably like 28, something like that.
2,800?
Yeah.
2,800? The fact that this Coca-Cola sign says fountain lunch on it makes it even more desirable, where you could actually go to the drugstore and eat a sandwich and have a fountain drink and have ice cream and pick your prescription up. All those things. Everybody's looking for these signs now. Go ahead.
Pull it.
I know, I'm trying to. Here, I got it. Let me slide this down there. There, right there, Mike.
What else you got here?
You got,
Sinclair behind that Texaco, I think.
yeah, you got them stacked up in here like cornwood. Sinclair HC. There it is. 6 foot flying A.
It's double-sided.
Yeah. One thing about collecting gas and oil, it's all about distribution. This was distributed in California. The Associated brand was all over the West Coast. So when you're in the West Coast, what do you buy? The Flying A, but only if you can find it.
About on that one.
Make me an offer, I don't know. That's a good one. Double-sided.
$6 grand for the pair.
32 for this, 28 for that.
6,000.
6,000?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, brother. So we gotta pull
I got
that
a
out.
freaking almost. Hold it.
It's better to remove.
Hold on, I got it.
You want time to get it out of there?
I got it. Let me know when you're done. Oh, no, not done. Ow. I'm done. All right, I'm done.
Push it. Yeah.
I'm done.
I can use the money now, so I have to let it go. You know, I just close my eyes and let it go.
Woo, woo. Dang.
Hey, whenever I can buy a Coke sign from a guy wearing a Coke shirt, I know,
Seriously.
I know how hard it is for you to turn loose, man. I know.
Dude.
I love signs, you know.
Juan, do you sell Coke signs very often?
Yeah, it's the first time because.
Is it the first time you sold a Coke sign? Ever?
Ever?
Yeah, I don't like to sell any Coke signs. I don't think I'm gonna sell any more signs. That's it for today.
Danny D, what's up?
Morning, guys. How are the back roads treating you?
Treating us well. What you got?
I'm sending you guys to a grocery store that was started in 1929.
Really? Damn. So what, they got like old mercantile stuff?
It's one of those great family businesses that's just been around forever. I've been talking to Michelle, and she's amazing. And her grandfather is actually the one who started that business. Just for context, Michelle's father is the one who actually started the Five and Dime.
So he has everything in the town?
Her family's been in business since the 20s on this street, in these buildings.
Wild, isn't it?
Wow.
The Five and Dime closed like a couple years ago, but the grocery store closed like 20 years ago.
They got a lot to be proud of. They've had their business in that town that long.
I think they're just really hopeful to have one of these buildings used again.
All right, send us the address.
All right, bye.
All right. What's the address? What's the address?
What?
The place.
It's up here on the right-hand side. There it is, right here.
Right here.
Pull up here. Right.
I
where you going?
am.
Where are you going?
Hey, is this Michelle? Hey, this is Mike and Rob Wolfe. We're out front of your store. Danielle's talked to you about coming down and seeing some stuff?
Yes, she did.
Okay. All right. This way. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Michelle,
Hey,
how are you?
how are you?
Hey.
Surprise.
Rob Wolfe. Nice to see you.
Mike.
My name is Michelle Hires, and I am from the small town of Earhart, South Carolina.
Jason. What's up, man? Good to see
Yeah,
you.
Jason, he is my stepson. He's worked on the houses around that we have. He's worked on the store. He's a jack of all trades, so he does a little bit of everything.
Y'all have fun. I'm gonna stay back here and keep on cleaning up.
Okay, man. Thanks, buddy.
All right, we're gonna head to the grocery store.
What, you're finally getting into, like, just kind of
Trying to figure out
removing
what
some
we're
stuff
gonna do,
and-
yep. The past 2-3 years, I just became involved more with the business. My dad has dementia. He couldn't keep up with everything. When I was a kid, the streets were busy, and especially on Saturdays.
Okay.
That's when everybody came to town.
Okay.
Right here was the drugstore, and this was the tack shop, beautiful brick buildings. Back in 80s, 90s, the bigger stores, they started coming in. That did hurt.
When the big box stores started coming in on the highway, that's how the game changed. You know, the consumer was the same. Their wants and needs were the same, but the game had changed. Unfortunately, that's what happened pretty much to every small town across America. So when did these go away?
These went away probably about 15 years ago.
Okay. When a business closes and you can't rent that building, the building starts to deteriorate. That's what happened. There was no tenant to fill that space. There was no use for that building anymore on Main Street.
And then right across the street, we've got Granddaddy's grocery store. Daddy will tell you, he says, well, there's nothing left on Main Street. Because, I mean, he remembered when it was booming. He opened the store in 1929.
You have to respect Michelle and her family for holding on as long as they did when so many buildings and businesses were vanishing around them.
All right, in 2000, my granddad passed. When he passed, Daddy just pretty much closed the door and left everything as is, and he went to the dime store.
The level of respect that this family has for each other, a lot of people maybe wouldn't understand. It's like, why would someone want to close that place with all that money sitting inside? Because inventory is money. This is cool. But to Michelle and her family, it was done out of respect and love. They left it exactly the way it was because it was a reminder of how things used to be. Just locking in time so many memories. Oh, wow, you guys got a butcher shop.
Oh yeah, Uncle Bratton, he butchered meats, oh gosh, ham, bologna, and liver pudding.
With liver pudding.
Liver pudding. Liver pudding.
They
and
still
it's
serve it down
round.
here?
You can still get it. I'm gonna get y'all some before y'all leave.
This is the epitome of a real Southern grocery store. This place was the hustle and bustle back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. These places are gone, man. Just to be in here, you can feel the presence of all the people that used to come here.
There's a Coke thermometer right there. It's inside the counter. There you go. That one's in decent shape. That's in really nice shape.
It's made by the Donaldson Company.
In the USA.
Yeah, 1960s. $40.
60. I got the bicker, and I get that from Daddy. I mean, going back and forth.
45.
55.
I mean, you're right. He didn't throw anything away.
No, when Daddy closed the doors, he would just come in here to check on things.
Being in a space like this that's that large, with this much history and this much inventory, you really have to take time to go through everything.
And of course, it's still like canned goods.
There's still gum in here. There's still candy.
Don't y'all want some?
Oh my gosh, for sure. Underneath stuff, in boxes, under the counters, in the cooler. There we go.
When you come out.
There we go.
You can tell that's been in there.
Coca Cola.
No, the round Coca Cola thermometer. When I'd go in there and get stuck, it'd be so cold, I'd be looking at the thermometer. So, what are you thinking?
150.
You know, I'm gonna go to 2.
165.
180.
You know, it's like you never know where you're gonna find something because they were stashing stuff everywhere. Okay, what about the mirror here? This is really cool.
That has been there forever.
I could tell it's been there forever. Look at that. It's for bread. It's sliced bread.
Clausen's.
90 bucks.
125. Gotta start.
$100 bucks.
115.
Yeah, dude, I gotta have a
All right,
little bit of a
110.
margin. Michelle must have been on the wholesale side of things. She's got her negotiation game down.
105.
102.
God, you're getting me every time. He's getting me every time.
Hey, Michelle.
Yep.
The old Lance Peanuts jars. Lance is one of those companies that had a variety of products. Peanut brittle, crackers, peanuts themselves. They date anywhere from 1929 all the way up to 1960s. Yeah, these are the older ones, the ones that have the arrows on them. These have no arrows on them, but they're all the same lids. 250.
3.
275.
290.
Let me ask you this. How about,
You got something going through your mind right now.
well, I actually fell in love with that fan when I came in. It looks like it's a 1940s type fan. If you could hang this up in a shop now, it would move air with style. 4 1/4 for the pair.
$450,
I'm gonna do what you did to me earlier today, $435.
$440.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Every once in a while, we are finding a small piece of advertising hanging on the wall. Here's one in rough
Yeah,
shape.
I know it is in bad shape.
Right here, look at this one. This one here is not in the best shape either, but
What's
you
that one
can
say, Mike?
Royal Crown, but it's all
yeah.
peeling, but it's still cool. And then you got this one, but there's no advertising on it. Whether it's advertising on a mirror or a thermometer, there's like little pieces that are left. So we've got these three.
Okay.
I think, am I missing anything else here? This was this the office?
Yes, that was the desk, yep.
Oh, wow. Okay,
This was
I
the
love
desk?
I love the filing system.
They knew where everything
All
was.
right,
though.
right here,
They knew
so
where everything was.
These three. 50 bucks.
Conditions, everything.
I'll go on that because they are in bad shape. I'd rather go 60.
Man, yeah, I was waiting for you to go. I was waiting for you to do the.
No,
I can't believe that.
Bad
I
shape.
can't believe that just happened.
We have talked a lot about what to do with the buildings. We've talked about a beauty salon, kind of a thrift store, and just open it up so people can come in and enjoy what they remember. Well, Jason.
Oh, the guy we met earlier.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right, yeah. So
Okay.
he's interested, because he'd even talked.
So he's interested in doing a store in here.
A store, he even talked about butchering, just getting that back.
Oh, that's cool. It sounds like they have a plan, and I love that it's generational. Main Street will never be what it was, but the history is the foundation of what it could be in the future. A lot of these small towns are finding their feet again, they're embracing their roots, and they're telling their stories.
Let's go in the back. Now, this is the back of the grocery store. We got the barn right over here.
Yeah.
And Jason,
Hey.
you got those bolt cutters.
He's back
What's
with
up,
the bolt
buddy?
cutters. So was this like the meat house?
This is just an old storage barn.
There you go.
Ugh.
Shopping carts.
Holy. All right, here, Mike. Pepsi sign right out the bat.
Here,
There.
I'd pull that. Might be one underneath it.
What in the world can these be? I mean, I was curious. I was like, okay, what is in here?
Up. There we go. Up all the way. And I'll take that end out. Your end down. Here, clean it. There. Yep, right there. I got it. I got it. Right here. Let me see. There. It has original wax paper on them, like they were never even put out.
All right, there's another one.
This one's got a little rust on it right there. The fact that they were stacked, that was the top one. That was one that got most of the moisture on it. It's typical of any sign that you find that's been in a barn or a building like this. The bottom edge was laying in some type of moisture.
That's not gonna come back.
Right. The first one had the most on it, but then the second one didn't have that much. Then the third one actually looked cleaner.
Are they dated?
Says 162, was out of St. Louis. It's not dated though. Self-frame.
Right there, yeah, it is. Right there.
66. Yeah.
The color on the Pepsi Cola signs, it was unreal. Especially on the two of them that were, inside and had the paper over them.
So in varying conditions right here, you got about $2,000 in retail.
Okay.
I'm saying 1,400 bucks.
I was gonna say 1,300.
Yeah. Well, I already knew it. Here's how that works, Michelle. I knew that he was going to say 1,300. I knew I better come in at 14 because you're going to say 1,450.
No.
Or you're going to say 1,500.
No, that's not how you do it, little brother. If you would have said the 13, she would have hit you at 14.50.
Right. So that's why I'm already at 14.
Now she's gonna do that.
16.
All right, 1,500 bucks.
1550.
1,520.
1530.
1,525.
15.
1530.
$1,525.
No, 1530.
Yeah. All right, I'm
You
tapping
tried.
out. I'm tapping out.
Okay.
Sometimes when you do something for so long, for decades, it really becomes a part of who you are. All right, here we go. Now imagine connecting that to your community. Oh, you got the broom? You got the brooms?
You guys found the brooms?
Michelle's family continued to be there for the community, even when so much of it was disappearing around them. Physically disappearing, buildings gone, and businesses gone. Her family has stuck it out. Thank you, so
Very
much.
nice.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Had a great time.
Thank you.
Dang, that's so cool.
That is bad to the bone.
Okay, which
you're in it to win
show
it.
us around which building we're gonna go in.
This one over here.
I love this guy. He's into historic preservation. He's into old signs. He's into bicycles. He's into taxidermy. He's got a 27-foot long counter. He's awesome. What do these say?
Those are Coca Cola signs, and they this Army Navy surplus store got them all and painted them out in black and then lettered them with his store name. Now I've got a picture of one that has been stripped. They look pretty doggone nice once they're done.
Really?
The 4x8 Coca Cola signs that are painted over in black paint are pretty interesting. I've got a friend that has one of them. He stripped the paint off of it and it restored into a beautiful Coca Cola sign, and I think it has a date stamp on it of 1948 or 49.
What do they say?
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
Wow.
No, it looks cool. Looks really cool.
What I've got are 8 of the same signs, but they still have the black paint on them.
Would you be interested in selling all of them?
I don't know if you want them all. You just make me a price.
It's worth taking the gamble because of the age of these signs, the size of them, and the fact that they're in the original wood frame. Some of them look like it's maybe not going to be that big a deal.
That one's not bad. That's from heat.
That's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Others look like it's really going to be a journey. That is bare metal, so you're not going to get anything with that.
I think they've got tremendous potential.
A lot of bullet holes in that one. I like that pepper shot. Bird
God,
shot.
yeah.
I like that bird shot, man.
But it's going to take some elbow grease and some paint stripper to clean them up and put them back.
I'll do 4,000 for all of them. That's 500 a piece. Some are probably going to turn out maybe good, and some are going to turn out maybe not so good, you know?
I think the risk of the $4,000 purchase is all on Mike. I think the potential is tremendous, but if I'm wrong, he's got a 4x8 sheet of 10. I'll do that. I'll do that. And I understand the risk. I've started to do them 100 times, and I just never taken the time to do it.
Oh, so you have started to do
No,
one?
I meant like started.
Oh, like in your mind.
Like in my mind,
Yeah, that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's where I start stuff.
This is wild. Jersey, you need that stove, man.
Negative.
All right.
This place is huge.
There's some more bicycles.
It's all about square footage when you come to like antiques.
See the tank on the front of that lady's bike?
Wow, that's a Colson?
Yeah, it's called a Clipper.
The more room you got, the more stuff you can buy, the more money you can make.
Look at this Jersey. This is heavy duty back here. Holy crapola. That's all that iron there.
There's a movie theater worth of seats in there.
Man, you're in the architectural salvage business, you're in the commercial property business, you're in the restoration preservation of historic property business.
Let me get that on recording for my wife. She calls me something else.
Walking back into this room is like walking into a large jigsaw puzzle. There's a part for this over there, there's a part for that over there. You have to kind of really be able to put some of this stuff together in your mind. Oh my gosh, look at this, Jersey. Wow. God, you are Mr. Railroad. This is amazing. Yeah, you've got to Memphis, from Memphis, to Louisville, to Nashville. The L&N Railway ran from Louisville to Nashville and eventually spanned from New Orleans all the way to Cincinnati.
Got the train names on there too, Hummingbird.
Oh, the Hummingbird, yeah, look at that.
American.
Yep. The Pan American, yep.
Didn't the Hummingbird go all the way to New Orleans?
Yeah, man. This was one of the most important signs in the depot.
It's all hand lettered, Mike.
This is telling you when your train is leaving, where it's going, and what train you're riding on. And a lot of those details would have been written in chalk by the station master. $1,200 for that.
I need $1,500 out of this one. It's the only one I've ever even seen.
It's a big piece.
Yep.
It's an incredible piece. Tremendous amount of history. Self-serve luggage carts. You literally cannot be in this room without standing on a sign most of the time. There's so many signs all over the place. And these are the different towns. Look at the gilding on that.
What does that say?
That's real. Chihuahua.
I think that's up in North Alabama.
From the restroom sign to the baggage sign, U.S. mail room.
No admittance.
No admittance. It's incredible the amount of signage here. Cannonville. And the condition that it's in for its age.
When he got in there and they read the subject matter on these signs, I could tell the excitement was rising.
Union City.
Union City.
Rising every minute.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
There's more over here.
Every one of these signs represents a depot. It represents a town.
Madras. Here.
And a lot of these towns existed because of the railroad.
Fairburn.
Fairburn.
The railroad connected this country from coast to coast.
Another Union City, same one.
And then that's it. This is Southern Railroad history. The collection is really incredible.
I've had a guy look at these signs, these wooden signs. They're around $700 a piece retail on average.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert. I'm not certain of value on some of these signs. I did have what I consider an expert come in and help advise me.
This stuff is pretty rare.
How many are there, Mike?
8. There's 8 signs. Would you do 400 a piece if your guy's saying 700 retail?
Well, I'll do that.
Okay. Shake his hand, Jersey. 3,200.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I think between us, we came to a fair price for both of us. I think they'll be great in someone's home or in a museum.